Can you tell us what On Our Terms is about?
It's about two people who are looking to find, the perfect relationship. And so they go through like a dating service that matches them, but then they have to ultimately enter negotiations to craft the perfect terms that they would want to live by in this relationship. And then they have to see, if that's going to work out.
All right, so speaking of crafting perfect terms for a relationship, what kind of terms would you come up with for your own?
Oof, that's a good question. Well, I'm already married, so maybe I should have gotten the terms in before that. But I guess one term for me might be that you always have to take flattering photos of me and never show the unflattering photos. That might be one term. Another one maybe would be we eat vegetables 3 times a week and no one complains about it. And that one might be the most important one.
All right, so with the show launching in a couple of weeks, what's your favorite part of the show?
I have a lot of favorite parts, but I think overall it's just the absurdity and the comedy. I think it's very funny, but relatable in a lot of ways because it is about relationships and, the idea of finding the perfect match, if that exists, or whatever your thoughts on soulmates are or aren't. And so I think the premise and the humor and the absurdity are, my favorite parts of what this show is and what it's become now that it's taken on a life and has been performed. So I look forward to that. There is one scene that is my favorite, but you can come to find out.
So is there any real life inspiration for the show?
There's always real life inspiration in all my shows, but it's not really based on anyone or any specific thing. But I think if you have a dating history, you've got some times or some things you've learned from or haven't learned from. And so I think there's a lot of that energy in it on looking back and wondering, what went wrong here? Who was at fault, if that matters? Was I at fault? So I think there's a lot of self-reflection that is probably in here, whether I realize it or not on some things, or just a lot of things that I realize are like common in relationships or, when they take a turn for the worst. So yeah, I suppose there is real life inspiration and little tidbits in there.
What do you think of the cast?
This cast is phenomenal. Lately I work with, people I know for projects, so I think it was great to have auditions for the first time in a while. There was so much great talent that came out, and this cast is tremendously talented. They're all from varying backgrounds, and I think they all just bring something different that I haven't seen done before in this show, so that's really exciting. And they're just very fun to work with, so we're having a really good time. And even though they're fun and we're having a great time, they also take their work very seriously.
What does it mean to you to be doing the first show under Musical Intent?
That's really a big deal to me. I think as an artist and a creative person, it's always, I guess, the dream to be able to do productions when you want to do them and, maybe not have to wait for someone to do them. So I think creating Musical Intent with my husband, Mike, is really great because it's also something we get to do together. And so, we both have different skills and we both bring different things to the table. And so I think doing this particular show, which is one of my husband's favorite shows of mine, is fun. And I think, in our own way, sometimes we have to navigate different terms in our relationship or different things that work for us. And going into a creative project as two people who sometimes speak different languages, I think this is like a great one to do for it and to, learn what our strengths are for Musical Intent and how to utilize them for the best. So I think it's kind of like a family project, which is really fun for me. Not a family show, to be clear. It's not a family show. But it is, an all hands on deck in our family kind of thing. And it's been really fun. So that would be one of my favorite, one of the most exciting things about doing this under Musical Intent.
Can you say a few words about Starlight and what this sort of partnership has been like?
Starlight is great. I really enjoyed working with Dimitri. I'm really grateful that he was willing to, let us rehearse there and use the space. And he's so open to what we can do to bring people in and, what the show can be. So it's been really wonderful. We're having a lot of fun rehearsing there, first off. And I think I can speak for myself and the cast and crew when I say we just feel really welcome there, really at home. So we're really excited to see how everything goes, who comes out to see the show, and just what the end result is. But we're definitely grateful to be able to kick off, our first show in that space, which is also just really cool space for the arts. So I feel like I'm surrounded by so much inspiration visually, which is really nice too.
Why should people come out and see the show?
People should come out to see the show because you probably see yourself in it or someone in your mind, which is fun. You'll probably relate to it. You'll probably laugh your ass off. So if you like to laugh, then you'll like to come see the show. But also I think it's just it's different. It's an alternative rom-com of sorts. And it's not something you see every day. And I like that about it. So I think it's something different. It's edgy. And you probably, don't have many other options going on that weekend. So there's one reason. But I think, there's a lot of theater all around, and it's great to support theater of any kind. So we're doing an edgy show, and I think you'll find a lot of hidden humor and surprises in the show.